So my question is, the majority of Muslims in my country follow the Shafi'i school of thought over the Shafi'i madhab. And one particular thing people do here is to raise their hands and offer qunoot prayer during the second rak'ah or fajr prayer after ruku. So they would recite, Allahumma hdini fiman hadayit wa afin fiman afait, and so on and so forth. So if I were to be a ma'mum in a congregational fajr prayer and the imam raises his hands and offers dua qunut, should I join them and raise my hands as well, or should I just stand silent and just listen to what the imam says? Jazakallahu khair, Sheikh.
Wajazakum. First of all, raising the hands in the second rak'ah of Fajr prayer every single day, specifically, as done in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in Shafi dominated countries, this is an innovation. What is the definition of innovation? It is something that the Prophet ﷺ did not do, but we do it in order to get closer to Allah Azza wa Jal. Now, all the companions of the Prophet ﷺ acknowledge that he did not raise his hands and do qunoot in Fajr. Where did they get this? They got it from misunderstanding of a hadith, because qunoot can refer to the dua, Allahumma hdina fi man hadayt, and it can refer to not speaking in prayer and to stand still, and also to prolong the recitation of the Quran. Therefore, when they looked at some of such hadiths, they thought that it was referring to the dua. Yet the Prophet did dua against Ri'l, Dhikwan, and from Bani Hudayl and Bani Lihyan, when they ambushed and assassinated 70 of his companions in Bi'r Ma'una battle, if I recall correctly. So for a whole month, in the 5 daily prayers, not only in Fajr, he used to make dua against them. Oh Allah, avenge my companions, oh Allah, destroy them, until Allah Azza wa Jal revealed that you have nothing to do with this. لَيْسَ لَكَ مِنَ الْأَمْرِ شَيْءٌ أَوْ يَتُوبَ عَلَيْهِمْ أَوْ يُعَذِّبُهُمْ. So he refrained and stopped. And it continued to the rest of his life. So to only isolate Fajr with dua al-Qunut was not done by the Prophet ﷺ. To do it every single day was not done by the Prophet ﷺ, and hence it's a bid'ah. Nevertheless, the Shafi'i school of thought is a respected and reputable school of thought. If the Imam is convinced that this is part of the Sunnah, and the congregation alongside with him, and they do this dua, what is it that we must do? The scholars say that there is no problem, because it's a respected school of thought, that when the Imam makes dua, you raise your hands and say Ameen. And this is what I do when I travel to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and I pray Fajr with the Muslims, and they make the dua, I raise my hands and say Ameen, though I am convinced that this is not from the Sunnah, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best.